Samantha, look, tell your boyfriend he want me to make a positive video about him. Send the cash app to $Black Couch. Hey, I'm a little busy right now. I'm gonna talk to you later. You want me to plug your Spotify in my next video? I can't do it, baby. Spotify, they just ban me for life. Apple Music? YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Black House Bookie here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you're old to the channel, you already know the vibes, man. Almost 800 videos of content on this channel, and I promise you, you will enjoy most of them, if not all of them. So, we're gathered here today to discuss the curious case of Ricochet. Now, I think you guys have certain expectations of what I'm gonna say in this video, but I think you're gonna be wrong about those expectations, but you never know. I wanna jump right into it. I'm not gonna waste y'all time because I do have a lot of feelings about this. So listen, I agree with you, all of you. Ricochet is terrible on the mic. This man has been wrestling for years. I think it's too late for him to improve drastically on the mic. No amount of acting classes, promo classes, no practice can. What Ricochet needs is something that you can't teach. I said this during my stream. If y'all ever watched Monsters University, yes, the kids movie, Ricochet is Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski studied scaring and all this other stuff, but he's just not scary. Ricochet could study, people could write the perfect script. He just doesn't have that thing in him to make him come off as intimidating or you to take him super duper serious outside of his wrestling, which is absolutely fine. Everybody's not meant to be this super duper serious character. The reason why Ricochet is failing to y'all is because y'all put the expectation that he was gonna leave WWE and go to AEW and become the biggest star in AEW. Why y'all putting crazy expectations on people that leave one company and go to another? Why would Ricochet, who was a mid-card guy in WWE, not even a mid-card guy, like lower mid-card, why would he leave WWE and become the top star in AEW? That's kind of devaluing AEW, and Tony Kahn knew that from the jump. But Tony Kahn does like Ricochet. I can tell he likes Ricochet and he likes his style of wrestling. So I say all of that to say, y'all are overreacting a little bit. For one, most of y'all are saying that Ricochet sucks just because he's not in WWE anymore. Because realistically, on a realistic note, he's pretty much doing almost the same thing he was doing in WWE, except he gets more matches on AEW. So you can't say the run is worse in AEW than it was in WWE just because he didn't get a title yet. The man hasn't been there for a year yet. Just because you leave WWE, you go to AEW, that's not a guarantee you're gonna get a championship belt, and it shouldn't be that way. And vice versa. Look at the Cody Rhodes situation. Cody Rhodes didn't leave AEW and get the WWE championship as soon as he got there. But let's stay focused. So, with Ricochet, right? This is what I think. I think Tony Khan is onto something. Like, genuinely, I think he's onto something. I think Tony Khan knew from the jump that Ricochet isn't someone that was going to be taken super duper serious in AEW. I think Tony Khan is a concept guy, which means he's very good at picking an overall concept, but the steps to get there are absolutely terrible, which he needs someone else to step in and take those steps. I'll make a video about that. But to focus on Ricochet, I've never seen, I tried to look up a picture of Ricochet and Tony Khan together, cannot find it, which is interesting. So I have an idea. You continue this route with Ricochet as a heel comedic character, and you do a comedic version of the Stone Cold and Vince McMahon rivalry with Ricochet and Tony Khan. You make a comedic twist on Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon. I've just started watching AEW and keeping up with it on a week-to-week basis. Let me know if there's ever been a storyline where Tony Khan was super duper involved in something and he was like the face of the storyline against one of his wrestlers. Imagine Ricochet, he's about to get into the stuff with Will Ospreay, which I'm gonna talk about in a second as well. Ricochet comes out, he blames Tony Khan for everything. Like, you signed me, you put me in a bad position, you put me in stupid matches. You're the reason why I'm not popping off and people don't like me. but Ricochet is the heel in the situation. And then you make it comedic, of course. Ricochet finally has someone who he can bully, who he's more intimidating than, which is Tony Kahn. And you know what? Even if Tony Kahn is supposed to be the baby face in the situation, people will like Ricochet slapping Tony Kahn, giving Tony Kahn wedgies and swirlies. Like, you really go full on comedy with it. Like for real, for real. I think people would enjoy that because people don't like Tony Kahn, number one. And then that will make Ricochet, even if he's supposed to be the heel, it'll still make him look, you know, good. And people are still gonna boo Ricochet, but it will make him like come off as favorable because he's going against someone who they don't like even more for whatever reason, Tony Kahn. So that's my solution. But let me go back to the whole overall situation with Ricochet. He's not in a bad situation. He's not in a situation that he can't come back from, because I think initially they were gonna give him like this kind of, not serious, but like, okay, he's a good wrestler. We know who Ricochet is. We know he's gonna come in and go crazy type of run. But then once they started seeing the fan reception to him actually talking, that's when it was like, you know what? We gotta do something else, because it's not gonna work like that. You can't take someone serious if they can't talk unless they got a manager that does the talking for him. Ricochet, and the people who really need managers more than anything are the people who are super duper big, super duper buff, and normally, historically in wrestling, the guys who got managers are the biggest guys. Why would a cruiserweight, a high flyer, need a manager? That's kind of dumb. So it wouldn't make sense for him to just give him a manager unless he was part of a group, Hurt Syndicate. But I don't even know if him and the Hurt Syndicate would work, not because they beat him up, just because he don't fit the vibe. Like, even him not talking and not saying nothing, him coming out to, we heard people, like, it just wouldn't seem right. So I think he should stay by himself. And I do think, however, that the idea of him being a comedic heel is way more appealing than y'all would actually think it would be. Because what they're trying to do now, you saw what Dominic Mysterio did when he first came onto the scene. He couldn't talk as a heel. He couldn't talk, period, to me, but he had promise. Then once he started leaning into the cringe, to the chicken nuggies, and I was in jail for so long, and like the cringe heels works very well in today's day and age. And Ricochet doing that, like it's annoying and it's dumb, but I'm already kind of starting to like it because it's so stupid that if he's a comedic heel, it will work. He doesn't have to come in and be a world champion. He doesn't have to come in and be, y'all expected him to come in and be this super duper guy. This man cut a promo and said he's the Kobe of AEW or whatever he said. Bro, he's a clown. It's comedy, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And you know what? I would dig that, actually, because it's still giving him way more character than he had in WWE. His character in WWE was the guy who could do cool stunts. That's what that is. And he wore the Power Ranger cosplay one time. And the Nightwing cosplay. That was his character. Literally, we knew in WWE that he couldn't talk. So how is he drastically different now? He talks more. But that clip that's going around with Drew McIntyre or whoever telling him, or Kevin Owens, one of them, telling him to shut up, that's told me everything you needed to know. But now he gets to talk, and even if it's terrible, he can make it a part of his personality. So now it actually kind of makes sense as to why he's so bad, because it's going to be a part of the character. And it could fool some people in saying, no, he's just doing that on purpose, but he's genuinely that bad. And that's okay. Everybody that can't be this all-around wrestler. No, there's not a lot of all-around wrestlers who can talk, who can have good character, who can have the best theme, who can have the best matches. Like there is less than 10 all-around wrestlers who have everything, genuinely. So, if you want to go with my idea, which is do the comedic take on Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon with Ricochet versus Tony Khan, I think that would be a great comedy segment. And Tony Khan is a guy who I think would sell it well, and he would like have fun with it. And Tony Khan likes Ricochet. He likes Ricochet's style of wrestling. So, funny enough, actually putting a title on a heel Ricochet that's a comedy gimmick, even if it's for like a month or like 25 days, would be genius because everyone would hate it. Ricochet would be like, see, I told y'all I'm the Kobe of this thing. I'm the AEW World Champion. I'm the Ring of Honor Champion, blah, blah, blah. Then when his first title defense, he gets squashed or he loses after his first title defense or whatever the case may be. Bro, Ricochet is not supposed to be this super duper serious character. Not because of his stature, because him and Will Ospreay got a similar stature, but Will Ospreay, you take Will Ospreay serious. Which brings me to this point as well. The only thing I didn't like about the interaction with him and Will Ospreay after the holiday show is that it made Will Ospreay look more badass than Ricochet, which now I'm kind of starting to think that that's what they're gonna go for. Because Ricochet, why you say that to me, man? Why you talking to me like that? Why are you talking to me like that? He was about to cry. I'm like, yo, why every Ricochet's when you're trying to display emotion as a wrestler, it's acting, it's psychology. But every time, like his emotion is sadness. Like I'm like, yo, bro, he's trying to get tough with Will Ospreay, but he about to cry. I'm like, so that might be him in real life. When he about to fight, he gets so emotional. Like, bro, stop playing with me, bro. Like he might be one of those in real life. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Ricochet character can work in AEW if it's not taken serious. Lean into the cringe. You saw the reception he got. You know, people throwing the toilet paper at him. He throwing it back. That was great work. Excellent work. I'll give Ricochet credit for that. That was sensational. I had a great time watching that, man. So I think that Ricochet, if they could really lean into it and really don't take it serious, do the most outlandish stuff you could think of, I think it'll get over. Because it's getting over with me. And yes, he is terrible. His talking is terrible. But what you will not say is that he's a bad match. Him and Will Ospreay, I can't wait if they run it back. Ricochet has great matches, in my opinion. Even the stunt matches is cool with me because he still wrestles. So think about this though, real quick before I end. High flyers are never historically ever really taken serious as world champions. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule, the Rey Mysterios, the Jeff Hardys, etc., etc., etc. But like your expectation of him to leave WWE and go to AEW and be a serious world champion is crazy. And funny enough, Tony Kahn likes high flyers and stuff like that. But even Tony Kahn though, like they can't all be the damn world champion for him. Like most of Tony Khan's world champions are brawlers, technical wrestlers and stuff like that. Like high flyers aren't really the top world champions, even for Tony Khan's promotion. So if Ricochet in WWE was a mid-card at best, why would he leave WWE and become the world champion in AEW? That's y'all devaluing AEW. Tony Khan isn't an idiot. He's a wrestling fan. Does he mark out sometimes and lets his markiness get in place of business? Yes, but he know better than that, bro. If Ricochet becomes AEW world champion, it would be a one-off, I promise you. But I would love to see him as the Continental champion. As a comedy heel, there's not a lot of comedy heels. There are heels who's just so happen to do funny stuff every now and then, but like a comedy heel? Come on. I think Ricochet can knock it out the park. And then if you really are pressed, you beg Samantha Irvin to come in and be the manager. And then Ricochet can bring out Samantha Irvin and pull a Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes out with Cody's Ring of Honor run saying, my wife hot, you mad, you hating on me. You hating on me because I'm the Kobe of this thing and I got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. You know, like make him real corny, Will Smith-esque type of corny stuff that Ricochet would do. And then if you want to go the extra mile, you have Samantha Irvin be the Jada Pinkett Smith to Ricochet's Will Smith, where she's, you know, she flirting with the other guys backstage, and when Ricochet got try to press him, she's act oblivious, like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't talking to nobody. I was just hanging out with Powerhouse Hobbs. Nah, I got this, babe. I know he's bothering you. I'll lay it on him right now. Something like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, pay for love, support as always. Hope you guys enjoying the marathon. We about to end. Thank goodness. Your boy tired, but I'm having a good time. Let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.